What is up, everybody? We got something special for you here today, something that is really good. As you know, we make tools, and our point of view is we make tools for you to see the market in different ways and for you to fit them into your own style of trading. We don't generally make systems because we all know what you get when you buy a system for the most part. It generally underperforms. You really have to go and dig into the back testing and figure out for yourself what your goals are. But this one is about as close to a system as we have ever made, and this is a combination of two tools that work together in such a way that I can't imagine a much better way to trade. Um, Recently, I have moved my trading over to ES with this because lately NQ has just been just a little unpredictable for me. I am transitioning to a cash account here. I haven't traded my own cash account in years, ever since I started getting into props. And I just kind of decided that I didn't want to deal with the prop firm crap anymore. So I'm getting ready to start trading my cash account again. And I was thinking to myself, I just didn't want the volatility of NQ, and I wanted to find something that I could move over to ES. I can trade minis much easier with ES than I can on NQ. NQ needs more room to breathe. I need to be trading micros on NQ for my own size pocketbook here. So, anyways, I'm over at ES and I'm having a blast with it. Um, so, since we are talking a little bit more in depth as far as strategy goes, I'm going to go ahead and just let you know right up front that I'm not a financial advisor. I am a tool maker and a developer. Anything that I say that has to do with win rate or probability, you need to understand that the market has a different personality day to day. And so when you always see that disclaimer that says future results are not predicated on past performance, that's what they're talking about here. You don't know what you're getting day to day. But once you see how this works here, you will understand that this can really be adapted to most any market. If you're an impatient person, the market's always going against you. You're not sure how to define a trend. This is going to be for you. You want to trade with the trend. You don't want to trade huge moves, but you still want each move to be, substantial as far as what you're getting paid for it. This is for you. Um, so getting started here, I'll just tell you how I do it, and then you will have to go figure out for yourself what your goals are. Um, One of the biggest problems people have is that they just cannot sit on their hands. They want that they want that dopamine hit of being in a trade. They're just itching to hit that button. And that's one of the reasons why people have such a hard time trading futures. And on top of that, people trade NQ like that. And NQ is definitely something that can turn around on you in a second. So we're going to go over this for ES. This works on NQ as well. There's a different bar size that I would use on NQ, but we'll do this on the ES 15 range bar. And what we've got here are two of our coolest tools. One of them is a visual tool called River Run, and I'm sure you can see which part of this chart is River Run. Um, River Run consists of six moving averages, these moving averages that you see here. It also consists of a dynamic ATR band that has multiple levels. So every level of this ATR band is 1.5 ATRs. So you always know how far away from the center of gravity from one of these moving averages, which I call the center of gravity. You always know where the ATR distances are. And when you're trading time-based charts, it's a little more useful than when we're trading the range bars like this, the actual ATR bands, because range bars are a fixed ATR to begin with. But it really does give you a good idea of what the trend is. Now, when you are trading with River Run, when the moving averages are stacked in a bearish nature, you're going to have a red background showing you that they are stacked and they're stacked bearishly. When the uh, when the moving averages are stacked in a bullish nature, you're going to have a blue background during that time. And so you will know that they are stacked bullishly and you are in an uptrend. And when the moving averages are jumbled up, when they're crossed or when they're out of order, you're going to have a gray background. So that is going to help you define the trend. All right. Now, the second indicator that we're looking at here is a price action indicator that we have developed called COLT. It's a indicator that trades failure patterns in a price action sense. So what Colt does here is it is our actual entry signals. You can trade this in semi-auto and fully auto. Of course, you know how we feel about full auto, but it's available. And sometimes I put it on full auto just so it can take 1 to 2 to 3 signals without me having to do anything. But most of the time, I like to just use semi-auto. When I see a trade setting up, I pop semi-auto on, it'll take 1 signal, and then I can choose whether I want to take the next signal or not. So that's just the way I do it. If you try to run any auto trader unattended, I have not seen one yet that's ever been made for the retail trader that will not give it back over time. Maybe the hedge funds have $1 million PhD designed, crazy spread trader, high frequency trading, and maybe they can be run like that. But there's nothing that you're going to buy on the market that's going to run long term and give you the results that you want. So I still recommend everybody should learn to trade and use these auto traders as tools where you are controlling them, not expecting them to do the work for you. Anyway, so Colt is what is producing these little heart and club signals. So let's take a closer look here at this little signal that I've just circled on the screen. We have a bullish blue candle in that series right there. I know it looks bearish. Range bars can do that sometimes, but that's a bullish blue candle. The following candle that has the heart symbol on it, it rose above the high of that blue candle. And instead of waiting for it to fully close down, which would be a confirmation, some people call it, we front run that entry. So as that price comes back and down and breaks the high of that blue candle, we are in. When you combine that with a strong trend, as shown here in River Run, it increases the probability that that is going to be a good signal. And we're getting in early and we're only looking for 8 ticks, and it gives us a very good chance of hitting our target. So that's the way that these work together. We watch River Run, we wait for the trend to be formed and be in our favor in the right direction, and then Colt comes through and it takes a failure in the opposite direction. It takes a failure as it tries to go up and then front runs that entry and enters at the earliest possible moment back down in the direction of the trend. So that's how that works. And you can go through these signals and measure them, and they are a very good signal. Now, The great thing about this is that our risk reward is not just completely skewed for scalping. I mean, you all know that when you're scalping, especially with NQ, it's really hard to get your stop to be anywhere near what a scalping target would be. So in this case, the way I trade it, it's a little bit backwards. I give it 12 ticks of room for a stop on ES, and that's $150 on one ES contract. And I'll take an 8 tick target, which is $100. It's 2 points. And if I can get a few of those a day, that's all I need personally. These signals are plentiful as long as you can sit on your hands and you can wait for these types of trends to form. You can see very clearly when these moving averages fan out and start to spread apart, as opposed to when they're sort of tight together and sideways, which is where you don't want to be trading. So if you can wait for that moment, then you're going to have some very high probability trades. So as you watch this play here in high speed, you can see that we're going sideways. The moving averages are close together. They're overlapping on over top of each other. You can see the background cloud switching from red to gray. You know, gray is the storm rolling in. That means you don't want to be trading in that time. So Colt will continue to fire off all of those entry signals whenever it meets the criteria, but you are not going to be taking them because River Run is going to be showing you when it is in your favor to trade. Um, so, you know, once you get this, you're going to be tempted to take all the signals because after you start measuring those things, with this size range bar and ES, even the ones that look like they go into nothing, many times they are good winners. So there we are right there. We had a couple good signals right there. We just fanned out. You could have taken a couple of those right there. That's when I would have been hitting my semi-auto button until I saw it come down into our resistance as you see now. And then I'd be on hold until we broke through that resistance and retested it. So that is how this works. You can get all this and more over at scalpershideout.com. Come on over. We have a lifetime membership where you, for one fee, get everything we've made and you get everything that we're going to make in the future. That's how we do things over there. We've got a killer new opening range breakout trader, fully automated. You can use it to trade news. You can do some interesting things with it. You can trade, you know, we've had a couple users pass an eval in one trade in about 2 seconds, putting it right before NFP, non-farm payroll, or CPI. So you can kind of use it like that too, but it trades the opening range breakout. It takes care of all your entries and it gives you statistics on different targets hit and the percentage chance that it's got there so that you can feel comfortable with the expectancy of it. We have all kinds of cool stuff over there. So come on over to Scalpers Hideout. We'd love to have you. We have a great Discord as well. We've got about 20 tools that you get for the lifetime license price. And this is just an example of how we have continued to develop things and we never know what we're going to make next, and a lot of times they all work together. So this Colt was something that we developed probably a year ago. River Run came out a couple months ago, and we just had the idea through one of our users to put them together, and after I did that, I was like, this is a great way to trade. We all have seen the stacked moving averages before. We're not inventing something brand new when it comes to stacked moving averages. But the way that these work together and the way that we enter our trades is what's special about this. And remember, everything is fully automated and semi-automated, so you can use it in bursts or you can use it one trade at a time. So come on over and join the crew. We'll see you in the Discord.